What's up? What's going on, everybody? Just seeing if anybody's on here tonight or this evening. I'm at my house chilling. Want to see anybody can tap in for a little live. I'm sorry. I thought I made a post saying that I was going to go live about 7:30, but I got a little distracted. March Madness is on. It's been a while since I watched the March Madness tournament. So I just right now I'm watching Vermont and Duke, and Vermont trying to keep up with Duke. So like they say, anything can happen this March Madness. So I want to see anybody's on tonight. Anybody want to tap in with me? I have to say this. Thanks for y'all support. I only share things as part of a therapy for me. I'm at the point where I don't really need to hold anything in. I ain't got that many secrets. So, I like to, tell you my experience. Hey, Edward St. Andrew, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Supernut Express. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's it going, man? I hope everybody can hear me. I think I got this volume up. Hey, TNF Vlogs. What's up, man? What's going on? I'm just home right now. Uh, oh, great. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Watching some of the March Madness game. I'm trying to decompress from what I experienced at Walmart. With the Walmart onboarding down in South Carolina. You know, um, that was the most stressful I've ever been in a trucking situation ever. And I've been in some hairy trucking situations. So I don't know. I'm still debating if I'm gonna give it another try or not. Maybe down the line. I have to think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Longview, Texas here. Hey, Gary Chipman. Appreciate you, man. Howdy there. Yeah, I love Texas, man. Texas is all right with me. Knight Rider, did they provide you a study guide? They did. They did provide a study guide for the pre-trip inspection. But the thing about it, right? You're graded on as soon as you get there. So they kind of expect you to know all that stuff. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to, but you know, naming all the individual parts of the steer axle, U-bolts, cotter pins, castle nut, drag arm. I mean, all that stuff, and the way they want you to do it is kind of hard, and your time too. So you have so many minutes to get all this stuff done. I just, it was ridiculous. Like, you guys know I've been a trainer, right? And I actually help people get their CDL at one point. And if somebody was stuck on the part or didn't know something, I always give them a little hint. Hey, you think you want to look at that? Walmart, they don't do that at all. Now, the argument can be, well, you're supposed to be a professional driver. You should know all this. But listen here. Hey, Andrew, thank you, man. Listen here, man. There's truth in that, but then sometimes stuff slips your mind. I mean, you're trying to do everything to Walmart standard, not your standard. I know how to do a pre-trip inspection. I know how to check my truck and trailer to see if anything's wrong. I've been doing it for 11 years. Never had an issue out here. And you know what's crazy? Um, you can do a pre-trip inspection. You can touch all your lug nuts and check all your hoses and stuff. But down the highway, that shit can still bust. Your tires can still come off the trailer, okay? Because your grip will never be the same grip as an industrial tool tightening your lug nuts, okay? Or your rim can catch fire from what? Being dry from no hub seal oil. Half the time, the hub seals are covered. And you can't tell if it's dry. So, there's, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that Walmart, like I said earlier, Walmart wasn't inviting. It wasn't like, please come work with us. We appreciate you. And to say this is to say that it made me think that if they're this strict and this tough on trying to get people hired, can you imagine what it'd be like working there? it might be micromanaging. When you dropping a video on Indian River, oh hey, uh, I might do that tomorrow. Maybe I got some things I got to do, but I will drop one soon on Indian River. It has changed since I left, but I'll tell you my experience with them. I mean, I actually liked Indian River. I liked some of the places they went. As far as California and Florida, Jersey. It's just that their issue was the money. The money was very low. It was very low. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to make 600, $700 a week there. I don't know if it changed, but it was pretty low. But yeah, back to Walmart. I'm not saying Walmart's a bad company or they don't need drivers, they don't deserve good drivers. It's just that some of the standards they're setting, the people who actually give the test never went through. When I was leaving, I ran into a driver and he was there from 2016. And I asked him, I said, "Did you have to do this stuff?" He said, "No." He said, "We came in one day, we took a road test, back to trailer, and that was it." So this new stuff they're doing now is probably a result from the Tracy Morgan lawsuit. Tracy Morgan was in a fatal accident a couple of years back, and Walmart had to pay him about $120 million. And then the person they killed, they had to pay them an additional $120 million. So I think that those knee-jerk reactions came to us, the truck drivers, out of one truck driver. It's crazy how one truck driver can ruin it for everybody. I'm out of North Carolina, Andrew. Oh, Edward, I'm out of North Carolina, buddy. I'm down to Carolinas. So, but I'm not saying that I'm upset or something. The reason I wanted to get with Walmart was for three reasons. One, they pay 100% tuition for any kind of advanced degree. And like I said to you guys before, I was thinking about getting into law school or trying to do something else to get me away from trucking. And I just recently, it's not all bad news, but I just recently had my student loans paid off. About $70,000 worth of it was paid off. So I don't really necessarily want to get back into student aid debt. Do you know what I mean? And I do want to pursue higher education, either try to go to law school or try to do something in the technology realm or something else, something that can eventually get me away from trucking. Okay. Uh, Think first, 1998. Were you going to lease and operate with Walmart? No, 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 no. I was going to work as a company employee. With Walmart, they don't do no lease or no owner op thing, as far as working with the company of Walmart. You know, um, you don't need to because they pay so well. Now, there's rumors, and I don't know if it's true, but I did exchange my number with a guy who did pass. I asked him in about a month, I'm gonna reach out to you and let me know if it's worth it. Financially, they're rumored to make between $450 a day to $550 a day, and that's like getting paid. That's like almost getting paid like a lease op. So I want to know if it's true. If it's true, then I may have to give Walmart a reconsideration again. I don't know, but I know that in that class I was in South Carolina, there was a few people who were there more than once. That means they failed the first time. They waited like 6 or 7 months and they tried again. Metal, metal high. Finally catching you live. Yeah, brother. Yeah, I don't go live a whole lot, but I guess people are calling for it, so I guess I will go live. You know, I will, go live. I didn't think anybody would want to see me go live. You know what I mean? But I will go live a little more often. But like I said, guys, the other reason I wanted to work for Walmart was their stock match program. Walmart has a thing where they match your stock. Well, first they give you company shares at a discount. So you guys look on the New York Stock Exchange. Whatever the price of Walmart stock is right now, the company gets a discount. Plus, they were adding 15% more. That can make you a millionaire if you know how to invest your money right. The money sounds good, Rich, but but is it touch freight? Sometimes touch freight work you. No, Brian, it's not touch freight. It's all, it's non-touch. All you do is back up to the door and you open the doors and the people inside come and get the materials. So it's non-touch. So listen, Walmart is not a bad job. You might have to be subject to micromanaging. And it's been a long time since I've been in any kind of structure. And what I mean by that is, when you become a truck driver, you don't wear a uniform anymore. You wear sweatpants. You might wear sneakers. You might wear slides. You know, with Walmart, that's not happening. You got to wear a uniform that they provide for you. So it's a drawback for a lot of guys who have the freedom of wearing whatever you want to wear. I mean, you literally can go to bed in your pajamas, get up the next day, and drive in your pajamas. Okay, all day. Okay, nobody's gonna say nothing to you. But Walmart, they don't have that standard. They want you in uniform. They want to make sure you have boots on or sneakers on or something. So that was a lot to consider. That was a lot to consider. So let's see. Think First, 1998. I really see young people work there when I was on the road, Rich. You know what? That is the honest to God truth. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Um, what happens is young folks get into trucking, and then around the 10-year mark where I'm at right now, people start thinking about, oh crap, I'm getting old. I need benefits. I need retirement. I need pension. I need Social Security. See, when you're in your 20s, you don't care about that stuff because you think, well, I'll eventually get to it. And then what happens is you find yourself 40, 50 years old with zero saved. So people go to Walmart to try to hurry up and build something. That's why you see a lot of old people working at Walmart, a lot of old timers. A lot of them guys been on the road for 20, 30 years prior to going to Walmart. So, that's why. And I don't like it either. That's why I think that CDL schools should have a curriculum in there saying plan for the future. Because before you know it, time will go flying by. And you've been in this trucking thing 11 years with no money to your name. Brian, Maben, I wear a uniform for what they pay. Yeah, yeah. And Brian, that's a lot of people's thought. You know, they pay well, so I do what they say. And that's why Walmart kind of can bully anybody to do what they want them to do. Supernet Express, what's the crazy rule of sleeper berth while Walmart? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Walmart doesn't do any sleeping. That means you can't sleep for 8 hours and get your hours back. You gotta always take a full 10 every time. This has caused problems for drivers trying to move the truck. They say they have to move it because it starts their clock all over again, and they mess around and have to do another 10. Okay. The other rule is they do pay you while you sleep. Okay, it amounts to about $45 a day for your 10. So that's a good thing. I've heard they have some rules. Yes, they got a lot of rules, and that's the thing that I was just saying to somebody. I said if they're this strict and that kind of harsh on onboarding, I can only imagine working there and then somebody is watching you on camera and making sure you are doing your pre-trip inspections or you are walking around the trailer like you're supposed to. If you don't do it, I'm sure they write you up and try to fire you. People who work for Walmart are the type of people that will stand in front of a bullet that's going to shoot at the Walmart store. Do you understand? They put their life on the line for that crap. Hey, T.R. Jackson. Hey, I want to thank you for your kind words. I did get your message. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate you. Night Rider, what schedule do they work? They have 6 and 3, 5 and 2. So the thing about Walmart is that every week you do come home. And that's kind of appealing to people because being on the road, you guys know you be gone for like the longest I stayed on the road was like 5 months one time. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never do that again. But the longest I stayed on the road was like 5 months because I just needed to get some money up. I mean, you know how it is. Man, I wish I could listen. I gotta drive. Okay, metal. Just listen to the replay, brother. Whatever you missed, it'll be there. Um, these things are saved, so I appreciate it. You know, thank you for your support, brother. Jackson, appreciate you, man, or ma'am. That was some of the kind words. Like I said earlier, trucking just gave me a bad taste the last 2 years. I've been kind of, I don't know, man, just tired of the bullshit. Just tired of the bullshit. It's always something. You know, I hope and pray that this market turns around so this can become a driver's market instead of a company's market. And what I mean by that, a driver's market is when they desperately need you. Think first, 1998. Do you have any terminals at every city for daily home time? Walmart does. Certain terminals have day cab driving. So you can always, do day cab. My father worked at UPS for 40 years, a union job. He hated every last day of it. I drove also over the road, had to let it go. Oh, so what do you do now, Edward? What do you do? You know, and trust me, the thing is, your dad, right? He was smart, even though he hated it. And I'm not gonna say, well, trucking is giving me bad taste, and it's getting to that part where I might kind of feel like I'm tired of it. But your dad had a union job, so I know the retirement and pension's decent. And see, that's in front of everybody's head. That should be, you know. You know what sucks, bro? Doing the trucking for 30, 40 years and realizing that you have no retirement. Oh my God. It's the worst thing in the world. Let's see here. Shamarcus. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? Think it will turn around soon? A lot of truckers are quitting the industry. Shamarcus Dickerson, let me tell you this. Not only are a lot of truckers quitting the industry, but the government changed the medical standard. If your blood pressure is too high, they will not give you a medical card. Okay? And you will find yourself in serious trouble then. And the sucky part, it's sudden. As soon as your medical card expires, you are out. You can't drive. That's a problem. I don't know why DOT changed that because a lot of truck drivers, unfortunately, are out of shape and have health problems because of the job. Poor food options, not able to exercise, and just the stress of the job. You know, and our government rewards us by making it even stricter for guys to drive a truck. Make it make sense. Metal. All right, I'll pull over for a bit. I think Walmart matches a 6% investment into retirement, if I remember. Yes, they do. They do. And see, that's why I was interested in them because they match you 6%, plus they match you 15% on stock options. They're at a discount. You get the I think the Class A version of Walmart stock, and a lot of people don't understand. So, say for instance, Walmart stock. I don't know how much it is right now, but say it's $25 on the public market. Walmart might only pay $2 a share for that stock. You know what I mean? So you see the discount? It's a huge discount. So if they only pay a discounted price on stock, and you're putting $150 a week or $200 a week in this thing, you can mess around and get some money. And Walmart's a dividend stock, so it pays dividends. So John Caples, those guys with the 4 and 5 in a truck ruin it for us. Hmm. Shamarcus Dickerson, I think the medical thing is a joke because I delivered to the Walmart in McLean, Florida today, and the driver in front of me could barely get out the truck and walk. You know what? That right there, I don't under. I think you're gonna start seeing them guys phased out. Okay, because how can most truckers are out of shape? Even the ones you think that are in shape have high blood pressure or diabetes or hypertension or just broken up, and the government just says, we don't need you," so they screw people. uh, Maybe give it another shot. Sense of common. Hey, you know what? My pops was saying that to me too. He was like, "Give it another shot." He's like, "You might get in, but you know what? I'm gonna wait. Probably like I'm gonna try to wait till the winter time, and maybe I'll try it again." Been driving for 2 years. All I care about is benefits, and Indian River does not offer tuition reimbursement for college. They make a lot of money to do not so. Oh, okay, okay. Well, yeah, they do. I'm gonna tell you why Walmart does. Because first thing, Walmart's worth $500 billion. Their market cap is like $600 million, and they're only growing. So they have the money. You know, like I was saying in my other video, Walmart had the money, put me in a nice hotel, paid me. Rich, I think I made a bad decision going local because all these local jobs are slow, and people are saying it's because of the election. Think first 1998. You know, you know what? That could be it. A lot of truck drivers are waiting for Trump to get back in office because Trump was about money. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. During Trump's presidency is when I made the most money I ever made in trucking. I mean, I was making 18,000, $20,000 a month. Gross. I mean, not gross, net. I was bringing home that. I was making great money. And then when Biden got in office, it tanked my business. Y'all remember when fuel prices got up to almost $8 a gallon? Well, actually, they did in California get up to 8.65 a gallon. New York City, they were 6.65 a gallon. Pennsylvania, what, 5.75 a gallon? Y'all remember that? That tanked a lot of owner operators' business. That literally shut people down within days. And then not to mention that the high cost of parts and the high cost of trucks. You remember they were selling brand new Freightliners for $320,000. You know, so I don't know. When Biden got in office, it really screwed a lot of people. It did. Trump had the oil fields booming too because he had them drilling. Yes, he did. He did. He did indeed. He had the oil fields booming. Trump did good by truck drivers. He did. And that's why a lot of truckers are like, please get back in office. Please get back in office. I don't I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't I just know that as soon as Biden got in office, things for truckers went bad. I remember when Trump was in office, I paid 89 cents a gallon for diesel at the Road Ranger in Marion, Illinois. I remember that. When he was in office, I paid 89 cents a gallon. And I remember telling a buddy of mine, I wish I could put this shit in the back of the trailer. And then when Biden got in office, I actually paid $8.50 a gallon in California for diesel, and I was scared. I was scared to put diesel in there. I was damn near on fumes. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know. A lot of people don't like Trump, and I don't usually talk politics on this thing. One thing I stayed away from is Breezewood. Oh, geez. One thing I stayed away from is religion, politics, and beliefs. And but you just can't help but talk about it because you see, what happens. You see, you know, how you used to do and how you're doing. I mean, let me see. Yes, he did. Okay. Metal. Eating the slop at the pilot costs as much as the restaurant now. Bro, listen, that's the truth, man. Oh, crap. You know, bro, you're right. You're 100% right. Super Nut Express. I was at TA in Breezewood last week. Still 575. You know what sucks about that? And then this is what I get from being like the owner op guy. Fuel's still 575, right? On a $1.13 loads. Make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. If fuel is $5.75 a gallon, why am I hauling freight for $1.50 a mile? What is that about? You know, makes no sense. Think First, 1998. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It was 89 cents when I was with Prime's discount. It was 89 cents a gallon at the Road Ranger in Marion, I think, Illinois. I was there. I filled up my tanks to the tippy top. I tried to even put some in the jet fuel. I mean, I wish I could have stored it that day because it was so cheap. I think to fill my truck up was maybe 120 bucks or something. I mean, it was dirt cheap. But now it's like, I don't know, man. This trucking is something. Let me see. Super nut. I filled up in this Smith on before getting to the Breezewood. Probably was $4.05. Phew. Bro, fuel would tank your business in a minute. It just would. So now, guys, I'm watching the Duke game. It's raining where I'm at. I don't know, but I want to thank everybody for support. You know, a lot of people were sharing a lot of kind words, and thank you for that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this was a sign because you know what? I don't really conform to rules anymore. I don't. Look, I don't. You know, since I left the police department and now that I'm getting so further away from that structured life, maybe this was a sign that I just don't conform to rules anymore. And maybe I don't need to be a part of any organization that has rules, you know, where you can't do what you want to do, you know. So maybe I need to take it as a sign. Hey, who's all in here? Hmm? Oh, man. Let's see, we got Mr. B. Hey, what's up, brother? What's going on? That's growing up. That's growing, my brother. Yeah, sense of common. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta. Yo, what's up, blood? What's going on, man? Yo, um, I guess I'm gonna have to figure another way to get rich. And that's basically what it is, you know. Figure out how to make a lot of money and be comfortable. That's what we all want, you know. Figuring out how to make some money. Yeah, brother, I didn't. Honestly, I had no idea. I thought onboarding was more like orientation, you know, more like welcome to the club, but it certainly wasn't. I'm afraid to see where trucking goes in the next 10 years. Listen, in my 10 years of driving truck, right, um, I've seen so much change. And just from the standpoint of the ability to get a job, it's harder to get a job now. It is. And this is for the experienced guy. I put an application in at a company, right? Clean license, clean MVR, clean everything. And they haven't returned my call. Trucking is getting a little tight. It is. Rich, get rich, die trying. Like 50 Cent said, metal, metal. Listen, I'm this close from fucking around with El Chapo. Yo, I don't know if you guys heard my cartel story. How I was approached by a cartel down in Brownsville, Texas, and Laredo. Listen, if El Chapo cousins listening, don't come around me the next week. Don't, because I might be interested in taking a penitentiary chance, man. I think a kilo of coke is going for what? What kilo of coke going for 50,000 right now for transport? Let me see. Here, I want y'all to see something real quick. Let me see. Gotta flip this camera. Yeah. You see this table here? Okay, that's how big the box is. Just imagine that's a box. A box like this can hold $5 million worth of product. I've seen it before as a police officer. I'm not advocating that I'm gonna start moving coke. It ain't got that bad yet. But that's how like this small table in my house and a truck carries what 4,400 box sizes boxes like that. All they need is two. That's like $10 million. You know, me and the guy were talking about it. We were laughing about it. Don't y'all go trying to get on me now. I'm just talking. There was a driver weeks ago on the radio that had 50 kilos sold on Facebook. Yeah, I seen that too. Yeah, I did. I seen that too. 50 kilos, that's like $2-3 million, man. And you can put that all in like one box. Shit. The way things are going, brother. You know, you were right earlier when you said Walmart was to take over companies. My little town has 3 of them and a choke. Everything and everyone is out. Then the profit and revenue doesn't stay in the community. Yes, Shamarcus, you're right. Walmart's objective, right? And the human resources lady told us this in class. She said the reason we are hiring so much is because we want to start holding our own freight. And that basically means, you know how you got these companies like Prime, CR England, Swift, Stevens, who else out there? All these big refrigerated over the road companies. If you don't lose half that shit to automated truck, you're gonna lose the rest to Walmart going out there and getting their own product. They're already doing it now. Okay. And they call them vendors. They go to vendors to pick up product. They're doing it now. Okay. So imagine another 10, 15 years, we all gonna be working for Walmart, either Walmart or Amazon or FedEx or UPS or the post office or something. I'm telling you, I see it coming. And he was high also. Hey, yeah, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. Didn't know Walmart trying to squeeze out them out. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I saw in Texas that a riot happened because immigrants, National Guard were having a hard time containing them. So I guess you could pass kilos easily. Yeah, yeah, you could. I'm sure you could now. I'm sure you could. They're cutting their competition. Yes, they are. Yeah. Walmart has put so many small local businesses out of business. Yes, they have. They have. You know, these mega carriers are fools if Walmart start hauling their own freight. Are cooked, is what he. Yeah, Mr. B, you're right. They are cooked. Listen, Walmart has no qualms about putting companies out of business. Walmart has put mom and pop businesses out and never cared. You know, so yes, that is very, very true. Very true. And that's what she said in the orientation class. They're looking to do their own thing. So eventually, all this dry van stuff and all this is going to be Walmart. Walmart is taking over. So it's either get down or get laid down, I guess. In 1995, Prime tanker came across the border and had drugs in their trailer and tires. Oh man, listen, Super Nut Express, that's nothing. Stevens had to fire a Mexican broker because they were moving weight. I'll never forget that time the DEA showed up on the yard and confiscated a trailer. You know, they tried. That's what they do. These mega carriers are too damn greedy. They need to stop thinking they're unstoppable. Yeah, you're right. You're right. These mega carriers are the ones messing up the industry. Mr. B, I'm gonna say that it's them, and I'm also gonna say that it's politicians who don't, who cave to money. You know, I'm gonna say it's mostly them, messing up the industry because right now in America, workers are not really respected. Blue collar workers are not respected. I don't care what they say on TV. I don't care what campaign slogan they use. They are not respected. They can give a shit about us. Honestly, they could. And they show it. Let's see. Indu, Rich, considering how cheap Walmart is with their employees, why do you think their drivers get paid so well? Well, because I see it. Like I said, their average pay is like $450 a day to $550 a day. A day. So that's pretty good. Did you hear about the female driver, JB Hunt, had claimed the trailer was stolen and took the driver job? Yeah, Super Nut Express. I actually did a video on that. It's probably my third video down. You should take a look at that. I would sue JB Hunt if I was her. Because the truth is, I personally believe, from a law enforcement perspective, that it was fraud. And what I mean by that is, the persons who owned that trailer knew that JB Hunt had it. But insurance fraud, they want to get two trailers for one. So they had a report it stolen. And they probably got some money from that, and they went and bought another trailer or more equipment. But in this case, they threw her to the wolves. So, mm. So that's exactly what I would have done. I would have sued them. Drivers have to start suing these companies. They do. When they do something wrong to you, don't walk away and be like, okay, that's just how it is. No, you need to sue these fucks. Seriously. When do you start the Walmart job, Rich? Never, sir. I didn't get hired. I didn't get selected. So never. You know, that I didn't pass the onboarding. I didn't make the team. well, well, anyway, guys, I don't know. I'm here in my house chilling, just taking it easy, man. About to have me a beer. Oh God, not necessarily a beer, but a ginger beer. Mr. B read an article saying that Walmart was hiring fresh grads. Did that change? No, it didn't. What they're doing is hiring associates in the store to become truck drivers. And that was my last video suggestion. They should just keep doing that. Because if you want people to drive the Walmart way, you don't try to change a dude who's been driving for 30 years. He's already got some habits. Even though he's safe, and he might be accident free for 30 years. You know? You don't try to change that guy. Change the person who's fresh off the street. They probably can deal with that shit a little easier. Put glasses on. Those are good, but the spicy one is gross. Yeah, I don't like them too spicy. This ginger beer here, ginger relaxes me. So, but yeah, Mr. B, they should continue to hire people out of stores. So pretty much what that means is the person who was stocking the shelves or a cashier, they could be a truck driver if they want to, if they meet certain, performance things in the store. It's like a reward or something, So a lot of people in the warehouses and shit are becoming truck drivers. And that's what they should do, They should do that because then they can learn the Walmart way and it'd be the only way they know. So, those are good, but the spicy ones are gross. Let's see here. Publix do the same. Oh, I didn't know Publix had a trucking company. Oh, that's interesting. I should look into that. Guys, hold on a second. I'm going to put the phone down. I want to crack my ginger beer. Crap. Give me a sec, guys. Fumble with this. There we go. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't know that Publix had their own trucking. I should look into that. Maybe something to look into. I wonder if it pays any good. Being like an owner op or a lease op, it's cool to a certain degree. Killing me on the 34. Oh yeah? Well, you don't like sitting? Public charges a fortune for the groceries. Yeah, they do. Is Conway a good company? Look into the local hourly pay. Oh, I didn't know that, Mr. B. Kawan or Kowan. No, it's super nut. It's a Jamaican soda that has ginger. It's a ginger soda. Is basically what it is. I don't know. My recommendation on companies is this. People say do your research, right? And I personally think that's a crock of shit because you don't know how a company will really treat you until you actually work for them. Some of the worst companies out here who have the worst reputations, they have people working for them all the time. You have people who've been there for years too. Either they got used to being mistreated or it's not bad for them. Companies are an individual thing, You can get an idea of how things run, but the truth is, you don't know until you put your feet in the water. Find a company that works best for you. There is no best company. Mr. B, that's the truth. That's the $1 million statement. Okay. You got to make it work for you, and you gotta have patience. If you can deal with certain things, then it's for you. Let's see here. That changing with public safety rating drop. They be catching bodies in Florida. Ooh, that's not good. Your thought about investing in your own trailer. I see people buying up old prime trailers for pedigree. Um, yeah, you can buy your own trailer, and right now they're cheap. If you're gonna buy one, now's the time because the market's bad. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you want to be a true owner operator, buy a trailer. Go ahead. If you can get a reefer contract, or direct shipper contract with reefer, then you're all right. You know, you get rid of your leased truck. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got rid of that a long time ago, bro. TMC has people that watch trucking drivers the road and is based on snitch alert. Oh, Jesus Christ. Super Nut Express, that has never changed. Stevens has that now. They hire ex-police and ex-state troopers, and what they do is they tell the state trooper or the security firm how many trucks will be driving through a certain area. Security firm goes on the highway and makes a big old circle and gets behind them and follows them. He drives up beside them and look in the window and see if they're on the phone. He watches their following distance and speed. You ever thought about Landstar? Tim Cobb. No, and I'm glad you brought that up. There was about 5 Landstar drivers in Walmart's orientation, and they all said the same thing. Landstar quadruple brokes, which is super illegal. And what he meant by that is you'll see a load on Landstar's load board under 4 or 5 different brokers. And every time you call, they try to lowball the lowball to lowball. So that's the big issue with Landstar. I'm about to run up to Oregon Line Haul. It's a hidden gem of trucking. Constant miles, same meet point every day. Anthony, that's what you want. Anthony, if you remember my video I made, that's what we all kind of want is consistency. See, trucking is. I always say this, and it goes over people's heads when I say it. But trucking is the most inconsistent job I ever had in my life. And what I mean by that, it's consistently a job to drive a truck, but it's inconsistent on pay. It's always varying. And if you want consistency, you got to find a job that gives you that. So they have white glove inspections at terminals. What the hell? I never used Landstar load board. Okay. They good for training, but the pay sucks. Yes. Snyder. Yes, that's very true. That's very, very true. Very true. Snyder is good for training, good for terminals, but the pay is low, real low. I mean, I think I worked for Snyder one time, and I think I was making $650 a week or something. I mean, it was terrible, terrible. Cash is king. Okay, I'll check him out. See what he's about. Yeah, I always check out YouTubers and stuff and see what they're about. In trucking, um, information is the best tool you ever have. You can find out who's hiring and who's not hiring, who to stay away from, and who to go to. He does weekly recaps of his earnings. His own. And you know what? I do watch his channel. You know what? He's a reefer guy. Yeah, I do. I do watch that guy's channel. Yeah, I don't know who he works for. I'm curious because he seems like he's doing really well there. But he's a reefer guy. Yeah, I do know who that guy is. Uh, see, I was wondering why truckers think Walmart is the holy grail. I apply for Walmart, apply for the yard goat, or I'm at home every day. Okay. Yeah, people think Walmart's the holy grail because they pay well. You know, they pay well. If you follow their rules and you can get along with their policies, then you'll be happy there. But the problem with Walmart drivers is they have like a holier than thou crown on top of their head, and I don't trust any of them. Like Walmart hires the type of people that if you're a truck driver, they will promote you telling on another truck driver. And I tend to want to stay away from companies like that, okay? Because that's dangerous. You could be outside scratching your ass and somebody report you for something and you get fired because Walmart employs people like that. It's dangerous. Doesn't UPS pay well? I don't know. I got to ask the UPS driver. You know, do you have Doble's endorsement? No, I don't. I don't have an endorsement. Super Ego pays drivers to go over hours. Super Ego dangerous. Super Ego is dangerous. I wouldn't fuck with them. You know. I own my truck, but I've been looking at JB Hunt. The low board looks really majority of paying $2 a mile. But see, they do take 65% of that revenue. Tim, I'm gonna say this to you, right? That's a problem. That's a problem. If you're only getting $2 a mile and they're taking 65% of that, or no, you only get to get 65% of that, that's not enough. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If JB Hunt was like, we're only taking 20%, then it'd be probably worth it. But 65% on $2 a mile in this market, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't do it. Walmart has some crazy policies. I can't work for them. You can't talk on the phone for more than an hour a day. I can't with Walmart. You can't be on the phone. Well, Walmart, right? They changed their phone policy thing. Um, you can't be on the phone in like cities and construction zones. And you can be on the phone, but you got to get off the phone in the city. They catch you on it, they will write you up. Mr. B, no way. Yeah, yeah, that is true. You still over the road? You didn't watch the videos before going to orientation? Rob Whitehead? Um, Rob, I did, but I didn't expect it to be like that. I didn't expect it to be uninviting. You know what I mean? Not welcoming. I expect them to be like short tempered. You know, there was a comment on one of my videos when I was talking, my last video when I talked about Walmart. And the guy said, well, shit, even Patrick Mahomes needed a warm up. And that's very true. Walmart didn't give you any really warm ups. You just had to know the stuff within a couple of days. And it's hard to get a habit of knowing Walmart's policy stuff in a couple of days. So you be dizzy working for Walmart as many times they want you to walk around the truck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I make more $3 hauling direct freight. Oh, super nut. That's man. Listen, if that's how you become an owner operator. Guys, I want you to listen to what Super Nut Express just said. To become an owner operator, right? Especially in this market, you need to have direct customers. This low board bullshit is bullshit. Dealing with brokers is bullshit. You need to know Mr. John down the street who has coils that needs to go to Pennsylvania from Florida, and you guys work out a contract. That's the way to do it. Okay, cut off that middleman, that broker. You don't need them. You know. Publix also wants phone records. Do they? Oof. Do Walmart trucks have inward-facing cameras? They do. They do. And let me tell you, right? When I was on my road test, and this alludes to the piece of shit Walmart driver who was giving me my road test. We're talking, and I did the whole entire road test. We get back to yard, and he's telling me about the job. We're talking casually, and the speed on the yard is like 10 miles an hour. I got up to 11 miles an hour. This asshole reaches up and hits the camera in the cab. And I looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, you just broke policy. I could have punched that old fuck in the face. And I was like, bro, why couldn't you just say something? Why didn't you say, hey, man, go ahead and slow down? What would I have said? Hey, be mindful of 10 miles an hour. Slow down. This old fucking Walmart driver pushes the damn camera. I looked at him like, I could have kicked his ass. I wanted to. And I probably should have. Put him in early retirement. Uh, anyway, how do they know you're on the phone or not? Because you got to surrender your phone records. If you don't surrender your phone records in 72 hours, you're fired. They give you like 3 days. Shamarcus, I believe you have to all cameras to watch you live. Yeah, they do, Mr. B. They can turn them things on and off. Listen, let me speak on the camera. Okay, let me put this camera thing to rest for all you truck drivers out here. 15 years ago, when I was a city cop in Philadelphia, SEPTA, if anybody's from Pennsylvania, SEPTA, Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, they have cameras in their buses, the same cameras they have in your trucks. They got a camera on the windshield and they have cameras throughout the whole system. I went down to go talk to a buddy of mine in the police department down because they have their own police department. He was like, "Hey, you want to see something?" I said, "Yeah." He goes live and he live streams the camera. They were doing that 15 years ago. Okay, live streaming cameras. So they can watch you live with the technology you have today. Okay, they can turn things on and off from a cell phone. So don't believe what they say. Let's see this message here. Rob, you're right. Okay, Rob, I can't post your message, but yeah, you're right. You're right. The guy needs to be slapped with a camera. Yeah, Jackson, you're right. He should be smacked with it. He should. Can we get a hint if you have any possible moves in your work on the next for you? Not asking to be in your personal business, just hoping you get ahead in greener grass. Tim, I'm up in the mix, sir. I don't know. I'll surprise you. Walmart like a wife in your business 24/7. Yes, they do. They are in your business. Man, that's gross. Yeah, yeah. You really don't have to work for Walmart. They have so many carriers that pull freight. It's ridiculous. Well, Tyree Singletary, let me explain something to you. And I said it earlier. You probably came in the conversation a little late. But Walmart's, what they're trying to do is take over the trucking industry, meaning that all those outside carriers they work with, they're trying to cut them off. And the lady told me in HR, they actually cut off some of Swift and some of CR England's freight from Walmart locations throughout the country. They're downsizing, okay? And they want their own drivers to do that. That's what they're doing. So, whew, ginger beer good. Why you take that beautiful picture down? What picture was that? What picture was that? Common sense, sense of common. What picture was that? FYI, you will not make money in trucking if you run it long, plain and simple. E-log. It's hard. It's. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that comment alone. Um, no wonder they're aggressive in hiring, doing everything behind the scenes. Metal. Listen, like I said earlier, Walmart's main objective is to be eminent domain. Okay, like they come in small towns and disrupt the small towns. Walmart has closed a lot of mom and pop grocery stores, a lot of mom and pop retailers. That's what they do. Tyree, yeah, I noticed I don't see CR England putting as many Walmart trailers as before. Yeah, Tyree, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, 10 to 15 years from now, you won't see CR England, Stevens, Snyder, who else? JB Hunt. You won't see none of the big mega carriers pull any Walmart's freight. It'll be all Walmart drivers. Walmart is going to have a workforce. So, TR Jackson, what's the sad face for? What's that about? What's that about? Hey, Joe. What's up, Joe? What's going on, man? I've been on this live for about 50 minutes, almost an hour. I'm watching March Madness and just taking it easy at the house. Mr. B, is there another Walmart DC you can apply to close to you? The personal and the DC sounded pretty extreme. Oh yeah. No. See, what happens is they only do onboarding at like two areas in the southeast. One is Lawrence, South Carolina, and the other is they do another onboarding in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. Who you got, Rich? I got Kazana winning it all. Well, I'm a North Carolinian, so I hope Duke goes the whole way. I'm a Duke guy. Well, actually, Duke and NC State. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just, I'm glad to be home to be able to watch it. Usually, I'm on the road, so. Oh God. Excuse me. Whew. That ginger beer is like, uh, roll tide. Oh, super nut. You a Bama fan? uh, Porter 8. I'm a fan of your lives. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Listen, I tell anybody, once this live's over, I'll save it on there. And you can listen to it down the highway, listen to some of the advice I give. Like I said, I'm not always right. But I try to be honest. So right now I'm just watching some of the game. It's raining outside. And I'm having a cold. I just poked at with TR. She gorgeous and she took her picture down, asking for a friend. Oh, TR Jackson. You you got a picture up somewhere? Oh man, Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson. uh, Tyree, yeah, Tyree. I do keep it real, man. I'll be honest. Why you never decide to get your own authority? Rob, now's the time to do that, bro. Insurance, you know, insurance is costing so much money. The freight market is not supporting that right now. Getting your own authority is so stressful. Yeah, it is. It's not really supporting that right now. Having your own authority, insurance, and tax. I mean, it's. See, here's the deal, right? So Rob, let me say this. I was talking to a buddy of mine, right, and we were talking about when he had his own authority, he had to deactivate it. But when he had his own authority, he used to clear $40,000 a month, 40 grand a month. That's cash in his bank account every month. Now he had to turn his authority. He had to deactivate his authority. But he said before he deactivated, he was barely bringing in $3,000 a month, and he was out on the road for the last 7 months. He barely came home. Okay, it's bad, brother. I've been running my own authority since 2012. Oh, Rob, so what are you doing monthly then? What is your net take home monthly? How are you doing out here? That's the question we should ask. Saving and posting the lives is good, so I can catch the ones I miss. Appreciate it. All right, Porter. Thank you for your support, man. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. He used to keep me entertained driving time. Wish they were longer. Oh, Miss Jack. Okay. Well, Miss Jackson, I appreciate you. Mr. B, I'm about to say this. If you want to buy a truck, now's the best time to do it. Yeah, it is because it's cheap. Yeah, they're cheap now. Rob, 18 days out, 11K net. Okay, okay. That's good money. That's real good money. Insurance is so high, we can't have pay for all them trucks and end up ditch and pot up on I-80. Phew. You're right. So 18 days out, 11K. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let me think. 18 days. A few years ago, that 11K would probably have been around 22 or even 33. Like I said, my buddy, when he had his own authority, he was netting 40 grand a month. He was doing $10,000 a week. So, it's just tough right now, man. Real tough. Really, really tough. So anyway, how long I've been on this live? For about an hour. Okay. I was making 30 grand in the pandemic. Yeah, bro. Yeah. In the pandemic, I was doing about 18 to 20. I was. I was doing pretty good. You know, I was super rich then. you know, and I'm not saying we can't get back to that, but the thing that sucks about that, right? Trucking wasn't a boom for shit, probably 7, 8 years. And then all of a sudden, the floor fell out. Let's see. Is it about being the owner operator still, or the company now? Is it about being an owner operator or a company? Well, metal. It's what works for you. Trucking, it's an individual thing. And it's a tolerance thing. If you can tolerate it, then it's for you. As far as being an owner operator or a company driver. If you can't tolerate it, then it's about your patience. And I'll be honest, my patience with it is running thin. It's running to a point where I really want to do something else. You know, starting to lose this taste for it. And you know what happens? People get into trucking and you get stuck. And the way you get stuck is you come into trucking and you start accumulating things. And for you to maintain those things, you have to keep trucking. Because switching from being a truck driver to a regular civilian is hard because you're used to making $2,000 a week. And the average person in America only makes $700 a week, if that. So it's hard. Let's see here. Tim, trucking is dying because we can't band together. Yeah, shippers and brokering companies throw bread at the floor and we eat it instead of demanding the meal on the table. Tim, 100% right, bro. 100% right. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about old school truckers, and they were stuck together. These new guys barely speak English. They listen. I saw 4 Indians in the truck hauling freight. You know what they doing? They don't care. You know, it's paying a what? We'll take it. Not saying all like that, but I see a lot of freight going to Cali for $1.19 a mile on 123 low board. Brokers are keeping a lot of money, bro. That should be criminal. That should be criminal, man. You know, Personally, I wish they passed a law, right, that brokers can only take 5% of a load, and then on top of that, they have to give the invoice of the actual billing invoice so you can match it up. And if they don't match it up, they pay heavy fines or even lose their MC number. For some reason, a damn politician won't even do that for us. I don't know why. It's a tactic behind all this trucking BS. Not sure what the plan is. Yeah, yeah. Owner ops are getting squeezed due to not having direct contracts like mega carriers. Yes. And TA Banana Spider, that's the problem. That's what I was telling people earlier. If you want to be an owner operator, it's not to be on a lease onto a low board. It's to have a direct customer. If you know Mr. John down the street needs his product shipped up to Pennsylvania or Ohio on a weekly basis, get with him. You do better, way better. I had to go into the yard at ATS to see the Raycon. Oh, wow. That's bullshit. Pedigree posts most of their customers on their Facebook, and most of them are buying trucks and trailers or foreigners. Oh, God. You know, let me say this, right? And this might seem racist. It might seem racist, what to say. But all these foreigners from different countries, they're coming over here, and the first job they're really doing is becoming a truck driver. And they're taking a truck driving from an American job to just a foreigner job. And one issue I have with immigration, right, is a lot of the guys that are immigrating to this country are military age men. I can understand letting women and children into the country. I understand that. But men, military age men, no, you should be home trying to fight for a better future for yourself in your own country. But they come over here to take our dollars and send them home. And I mean, that's what they're doing, you know? So when they hear, cheap freight, they don't know what cheap freight is. They just know what money is and what they don't have. So, let me see. What's up? Hey, what's up? I watch your videos. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. When I was a prime, I mainly seen foreigners buying pedigree trucks. Yeah, you do. A lot of those Punjabis and Asians, Indians and Mexicans, and yeah, they are. And they're running them to the ground, and they out here taking money and food off our table. Mr. B, yes. Let's see. Had to curse a foreigner out for trying to rush me into docking. I told him to get that cheap freight. Listen, man, that's a problem for me. And one of my videos, that's why I said, trucking is leaving a middle class American job and it's becoming a foreign thing. And Companies pretty soon, that's how they're going to be pushing their freight to foreigners. I see that. I see that coming. Truck driving is, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I mean, when I got into it, it was starting to deteriorate, and now it's just going downhill. Oh, jeez. Let me have a sip here. Whew. Let's see what I'm watching. I'm just watching the game here. I'm about to get off here and drink some more ginger beer. Try to relax. Truth. Tyree, they haul this cheap freight in these barely legal DOT trucks. Bro, I see it all the time. All the time. And it's getting more and more and more. And what's bothering me, these military age men come over to this country, and that's the first thing they do. They even got DMVs, right? Which makes no sense. California, who else? Especially California. Given the DOT CDL test in Spanish or in another language other than English, you know, makes no sense to me. Makes none. Why didn't you pay fees for Walmart? Walmart sucks. I'm an American by choice. I was a police officer. I'm an owner operator, 100% independent. I do not like more than, see, I do not drive more than 6K miles per month. And I do not haul loads for less than $3.50 a mile. Rogue trucker, me and you are the same. Me and you are the same. You know, me and you are the same. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to be a dying breed, brother. Because they got these immigrants over here. Hey, I'm going to say this, right? And I don't know if you guys can agree with what I'm about to say. But I'm old enough to say this. And I'm old enough to remember. At one point in American, in the last 30 years, California used to be strict like Florida. Florida has a zero tolerance for bullshit with the immigrants. But now all of a sudden, California's not like that. And you see where that's going. Shit in the handbag. It's screwing the whole nation. So, bro, I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, in 15 languages. It makes no sense. Who's going to own for the game? Right now it's James Madison in Wisconsin. It just started. James Madison in Wisconsin. I got my money on James Madison, I think they're gonna win this shit. Even though Wisconsin number 5. Uh let me see. Then they speed past you and you can't drive in bad weather. Bro. You ever thought about LTL? You know, I like to look into that. I wouldn't mind looking into that. LTL. I gotta look. Richie Rich, why don't you take your truck to JB Hunt? It's the 65% that's bothering me, bro. That's what it is. I ain't trying to give 65% on $2 a mile. That don't make no sense. I see a lot of foreigners getting into flatbedding, especially cars with no experience. Super nut, there's gonna be a coal right in a driver's fucking cab with fuck around those dudes. Cause you know what? Let me tell you something, super nut. And this happened to me as a trainer, and it didn't dawn on me until after the guy left my truck. I trained this Indian guy, right? Met him down in Dallas, trained him. He was on my truck for 4 days. And I pulled up to Las Vegas with him. And he says, "Okay, Rich, I'm getting off here. Thank you very much." And I was like, "What you mean, thank you?" He was like, "I just wanted you to show me how to come down a mountain." I was like, "But the training's not over yet. We still got another 3 weeks together." He was like, "No, no, 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 no. I've already bought a truck." He says, "I just wanted them to help me get my CDL." He says, "I already have a truck and I got family and we already have contracts. I just wanted to make sure I was comfortable coming down a mountain with a load. And thank you for showing me." I didn't realize I helped out. I didn't realize it till later on. I was like, why would he do that? Now I know why he did that, you know? Because he wanted to at least be properly trained. But his intentions was to go out here and haul his own freight with his own truck. So he kind of used us. Uh, let's see. Rich, I feel like you're in the trucking world if you have 25 plus years experience. Most companies want recent graduates. Drivers, I'm 57 soon to retire as St. Louis, Missouri post office driver. Uh, Sean Williams, that's a job I want to get. I'll be a post office driver. I know that retirement's good. I know it's good. I know it is. That's what I want to get. Postal service. Agree, I got GM too. Supernet, they have no business messing with those suicide calls. Well, they about to be in our faces in a minute. You guys saw my video where I had to call the police on one of those dudes down in Texas because he was driving with his hub seal dry to the bone. So it was shooting out flames and sparks throughout the whole highway. What do you doing home again? Super bags. I'm home because I went to do onboarding at Walmart and got kicked out. That's why I'm home. I went to Stevens years ago because of you. Oh, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Did you like my Stevens video about me kicking a student out? That's one of my most popular videos. I'm on the street sometimes. People walk up to me and say, "Hey, you the guy who got the student kicked out?" I say, "Yeah, that's me." I had one in front of me swerving all over the place, coming through Wyoming. Bro, bad too. Well, guys, listen. It's been real. I did a live for an hour. That's crazy. I never been live this long. You know, like, subscribe, and comment, man. And yeah, that student story too funny. Yeah, brother. Yeah. What you say about my mama? I don't know. Thanks for the conversation. Okay, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys. Um, I don't know. This make me think, bro. We're just in different times. We are in different times. Anyways, peace and love, y'all. I'm about to get out here and chill out. I don't get notified when you go live. Oh, okay. We go. You might hit the notification button, bro. And I don't go live very often. I'll try to. You know, super nut. I hope it does, bro. I hope it does, man. I just. It's not that I wanted to get better. I just wanted to be consistent. That's what we all want: consistency. And trucking has not been consistent in the last 2 years. Um, it was a joke reference to the kicking student off the truck. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I got you, man. I got you. I got you. Got you. All right, man. Y'all, thanks for support. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get me some real beer and just chill out, man. I got some shit I gotta do. They really drive their feet on the. John, listen. Not only did I see a dude driving with his feet on the dash, I seen a guy with his feet on the dash, watching a movie on a laptop, and eating something with one hand on the steering wheel. I swear to God. I should have got that on video. I should have videotaped that whole thing. Should have did it. Jackson, enjoy your weekend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will, man. I will. I will definitely. Thank you, Miss Jackson. I appreciate you. Peace and love, y'all. Till next time. Okay.